when we talk about the cheat code, right? We talking about cheating. We talking about why people cheat, why men cheat, why women cheat. What are those risk factors? What are those, the characteristics in a relationship and individual?
I believe cheating is a buildup. I believe there are multiple parts of cheating that you can shut the fuck down before it get there. Cheating is as simple as letting a nigga know that you need somebody to carry their bag. No, boo, my husband does that.
If you gonna cheat, you can cheat with somebody that's gonna lose as much shit as the fuck you gonna lose, okay? Because in my mind, when shit hit the fan, because eventually it will, I want a motherfucker that's gonna have as much to lose as I do.
Hey, but
we both out here.
But I definitely think the internet can change the game. You're giving somebody access that probably universally wasn't supposed to have access to you, but through technology, now this person can lead you astray because they wasn't technically supposed to genuinely be.
They would have never even been in your company.
Right.
Motherfuckers know when they have a chance.
I mean, but it's energy. And
exactly.
I think your relationship can be just like getting your dream car. You get that dream car, and then after 6 months, it ain't your dream car no more.
As soon as you pull on the line, you see another car like
right.
that.
Or even in that right. Real talk.
All right, y'all. Date Night with Coach, episode 6. Here with the Greens and the Harveys. We got a good one for you today, as always. Last time we met up, Harvey, you hit a couple points that kind of take us into where we are today. You talk a little bit about kind of how sometimes people in relationships have a hard time being totally 100% authentic and honest with their partners, and also that that can sometimes lead to issues with infidelity and things like that. So today we're gonna dive into that a little bit, and so I got as always, I got did a little research. I got a couple things I want to share to kind of get things going. Got a couple points I want to throw out there for us to talk about. So the topic for today is the cheat code. We're going to talk about why people cheat. What are some of the risk factors? What are some of the reasons? We may call them excuses, but we're going to talk about individual risk factors within the relationship, and some primary and some secondary reasons as to why people cheat. All right. So here's a couple things I got. Some studies were done, right? And these are some of some quotes from a couple articles. Men are more likely to have affairs than women and are often seeking more sex or attention. Men express their love in a more physical way. They often don't have the perfect feeling words for their wives, so sex becomes an important path to connection and intimacy. If men aren't sexually satisfied, for instance, if their spouse declines sex often, they take that rejection to heart. And it can easily translate to feeling unloved. In fact, men are more likely than women to cheat due to feelings of insecurity. That's men. Women.
Right, I was going to say facts. Big facts.
Women. When women cheat, they're often trying to fill an emotional void. Women frequently complain of disconnection from a spouse and of a wish to be desired and cherished. Women are more likely to feel unappreciated or ignored and seek emotional intimacy from an extramarital relationship. An affair is more often a transitional partner for the woman as a way to end a relationship. She is seriously looking to leave her marriage, and this other person helps her to do just that.
Oh, I agree. That's the majority of women. They ain't gonna cheat clean. They're not gonna leave a relationship clean. They're always gonna they need that support system to say, okay, I got something established over here to cross over to, you know what I mean?
So what you're saying is that it's not a matter of I'm unhappy, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on my way.
I believe they unhappy.
No, I'm saying, but the action behind it.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna go start fresh and then figure things out.
Right.
I'm gonna figure things out and then I'm gonna start fresh.
Right. That's how the game goes.
So what are your thoughts on those two?
Well, that ain't starting fresh, first of all. That's creating that baggage. Because as you're leaving, you're still bringing, and you have not healed from the situation that you're in. So all you're doing is carrying some of those bad behaviors and practices over to the new shit.
Oh, I agree.
Let me tell you, in my mind, if you gonna cheat, you can cheat with somebody that's gonna lose as much shit as the fuck you gonna lose, okay? I say that to say this. I've heard of situations where people are cheating, but you married and you cheating with a single person. That makes zero sense to me. Because in my mind, when shit hit the fan, because eventually it will, I want a motherfucker that's going to have as much to lose as I do.
Hey, but
we both out here.
But
what's up?
That's like rat culture. Like, what I got over here is my business. So if your shit fold or your shit get out there, they ain't got nothing to do with what I got over here.
I'm not saying. No, what I'm saying is this. So let me be clear, because I feel like in the whole cheating situation, especially when both people have things to lose, to me, men be messy. They talk. They gossip. They do all that. And I'm just saying what I think. So with that being said, I think you're more or less likely to talk or gossip if you got some shit that you're trying to keep in order over here. It's just that simple.
Well, that's just the rules, though, because men can talk.
Well, I feel like it also depends on what you're looking to gain. So if you're looking to cheat just to cheat, then I feel like, yeah, you should be on the same playing field because we are both at the same points. And if I just want to cheat, I want you to have something over there because we're just cheating.
Correct.
But if I am emotionally invested and I'm fucking trying to leave this, how can I guarantee that you're trying to leave where you at? But if you single, 9 times out of 10, when I leave my shit, you gonna be fine. And we're gonna move on to whatever the fuck it is.
You might be, but what single person, in my mind, because I can be single messing with a married person, if you cheating on your husband, why I want you now? You was just...
Same reason you cheating.
Guess what? But I don't have them obligations. I'm not committed to somebody. It's different.
No, that's still part of your character.
It's different.
If you a wife and you willing to cheat on your husband, then I'm gonna think that you would cheat on me. They
Correct.
say you lose how you get.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So,
and if you're single, fucking with me as I am a married woman, I feel like you don't respect marriage. So I mean, you can look at it as all kind of ways because. Mm-hmm.
But you can't really expect somebody single to respect marriage.
But what I'm saying is there's single people who say something. Again, people have their rules of engagement, right? It's some things that's going to be off limits, whether you're single or married. Some characteristics are not built because of your situation. Characteristics are who the fuck you are, regardless if you're single or married.
That's true.
I'm a single woman. I choose not to fuck with a married man. If you want to fuck with me, end your shit.
I mean, there's rules to the shit.
So it just depends on who you are and what you looking to gain.
And that's probably what men got to watch out for is like, I respect the marriage because it's an emotional situation and you don't know what a man will do if you get caught in his house or, you know what I mean, he'll get sloppy with it. So people got to like... You know what I'm saying? People got to like take caution when you mess with somebody that's married. If I was cheating to be with a single motherfucker, I wouldn't choose to do no marriage shit.
I can see that.
Oh, that's 2 different perspectives. Cause I'm
I ain't trying to get shot behind no pussy.
Right. I'm get shot even the fuck way. Is even gonna be that nigga or your own or us. Either way, you getting shot. So what the fuck? You just gotta choose which bullet, where the bullet comes from.
You want the bullet to come from love,
right?
So let's talk about these risk factors, y'all.
Let's go.
So there's some risk factors for individuals that make people susceptible to being cheaters or the people that, to cheat. So here they are. We're going to talk about them. I'm going to throw them at you. So addiction is one, and they're alphabetical. There's no specific order. Attachment style. So people who are avoidant, insecurity, and people that have intimacy issues. Childhood trauma, abuse and neglect. Exposure to infidelity in childhood. Mental illness. Previous cheating. Psychological issues. And sex addiction. Those are those characteristics of individuals that pose risk factors.
So can you explain? You caught me at the mental illness. What they got to do with cheating? So
a person that's bipolar, that's what they used in terms of their stability and the ability to kind of be irrational or just kind of act, rash and not make good decisions.
Gotcha.
At points in time.
Okay.
And basically, in terms, it's like if you leaving out the house after argument distraught, you gotta go chase some dick, like just because you distraught over argument.
Just making it irrational.
The highs and lows.
Yeah,
I got you.
So any thoughts on any of those other risk factors?
I agree.
I think I do too. I agree with what you were saying. I think most women, when they cheat, they feel like they're missing something or lacking something in their marriage, and then they're attracted to whatever that side. It's like that side nigga is giving whatever they feel like they're missing.
And that's all he got to get.
Correct.
That's the 80-20.
There we go. Yeah. So I think with men, it's just about the chase. I mean, I think some men are just whores. They just love
women.
some.
It's a lot of women whores out here now.
So no, when I say that in a
They
sense,
all in the rapping.
I feel like even with women that might be whores, like there's some type of attachment. So when I say whore, I mean somebody that can just fuck with no attachment.
Oh, no,
Yeah, it's
women.
different these days. Women like
you know.
that too nowadays.
I think a
Chicks go
damaged
hard.
woman though.
Women go hard, man.
That's a damaged woman to me. I think for a female to have intimacy with no emotional attachment, that's almost like a prostitute. You see what I'm saying? It's like to that point, because most women, if they having sex with you, it's probably you could be their man. It's just that they got eliminating factors or whatever the situation be, but you really there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
in most
usually
situations.
though, women, I believe that women who are fucking without attachments these days, in my opinion, you're only doing that because you're trying to spark interest in that nigga. Like, the only reason that you're even acting like you fucking can do and be on the same playing field is because you want to act like that. So this nigga can be like, oh yeah, I can fuck with you because I don't want nothing, and you saying you want to fuck without attachment, so we good. But that don't be the fucking case.
It don't.
That do not be the fucking case. These bitches is lying.
All right, let's talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. These bitches are lying.
Let's talk about some risk factors within the relationship. So again, these are all alphabetical. Domestic violence, emotional or physical disconnect, financial pressures, lack of communication, which you talked about, lack of respect, and low compatibility. Those are some of the risk factors within the relationship.
Well, but if you low compatibility, why the fuck are they together?
Maybe
Well, things can change. Yeah, you can evolve.
So evolve your ass out of the relationship.
No, that's true.
I mean, what the fuck is we talking about?
But like we just said, women don't leave clean.
They replace.
Right.
All right, the
That's what
bitch
you're trying to
replace
say.
and leave.
Well, it's all the process.
I ain't leaving. We'll replace.
No, I mean, you got to realize the 80-20 rule. Like, if a female is okay, she's sexually compatible, but you know how many other factors that like a wife bring to the table? Like, because a lot of women talk that shit, but everybody not built to be a wife. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? It's a lot of contributing factors to the table that come to the table. A lot of sacrifice that most women aren't willing to make.
Well, and a wife is built before you're a wife. I mean, because you don't just fucking get married and now I'm a wife.
Yeah, that's true.
Wife is built long before you even get there.
And I mean, in other cultures, you raised to be one.
This culture ain't raised
I mean,
to be.
technically in every culture you
This
are.
culture, you ain't raised to be no.
No, I mean, too many single mothers out there to be, you know what I mean, for our culture really for women to be raised as wives. You know what I mean? But some women, I believe.
Because that's what, all right, again, we talk about as a girl, what the fuck? You want to be a princess. You want to talk about your wedding day. Even though it's not like positively reinforced, but even the things that we put into our children and even let them play with just random play. It's all geared around motherhood and being a wife. Every fucking thing. But the man get to just do the fuck he want as a kid and play how he want to play.
So that's probably like the carrot dangling. So you saying like even a whore want that white dress one day? Like the whore sitting around with him walk down the aisle one day.
No, the whore especially want the motherfucking white dress. She just think being cool and being a whore is going, you know.
Look, you're right. That's why they got prostitute. I mean, not prostitute, porn stars that's married.
Exactly.
It's somebody for everybody.
That's a different type of marriage.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely different. So, now let's talk about reasons. Some may say excuses, but let's talk about some of the reasons why people cheat. Primary reasons: unhappiness, dissatisfaction, feeling unappreciated, lack of commitment, boredom, body image or aging, and revenge. Those are the primary reasons why people cheat.
Old tit for tat. I can't stand that shit.
Check this out. Tag me in. This is a 2-player game. Tag me in. What's
but
up?
see, you really can't.
Right.
It's the playing field not level when it comes to men and women.
No, I realize that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's my ego that
It's
says
not
that. I'm
level
being
because
honest.
unfortunately what men, and this is why men, I believe, that fragile male ego, it ain't level, but for some fucking reason, the world seems to think it is men favored. It the fuck is not. Yes, you can go get a bitch to fuck, just any random chick that won't do anything, but usually when we go and do something, we are about to level the fuck up. And I don't mean like in terms of things, but that could be.
Well, that's because y'all searching for a relationship.
But not just that we're searching for a relationship. Women have the access to usually reach people beyond our reach. Men, on the other hand, you motherfuckers is going backwards.
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying. Like women, an average fucking woman can reach a high level man.
But that
An average fucking nigga can reach his level. Sometimes he can go no above or fucking down.
Well, y'all got no.
That's Jenny motherfucker level.
That's the basis of female mentality, though.
Right.
See, when a man looking for a woman, we not looking to level anything. We just want to like you.
It don't
you know
fucking. But that's not every man, and that's not the reality because every man. Because if you're a married man, you have sought after a wife, so you aren't looking for a fucking wife. All I'm saying is the fucking playing field is not level.
But think about it like this. So think about this though.
Hold on. So you saying
I get what, go ahead.
So you saying that you think it's easier for a woman to obtain marriage faster than a man?
Not easier to obtain marriage, no, because the man actually is the one who invites and marry.
Right.
So no, I don't think it's easier to obtain. I think that when we're talking about the reasons behind it, we're talking about, and we said the playing field is not level. Mm-hmm. I think society thinks that man has the leverage, but I don't agree. Woman had the fucking leverage.
Well, y'all have the access to intimacy. Y'all control the key.
I ain't even just talking about the intimacy because we can take the intimacy out of it.
So basically, what she's saying is, in most cases, a woman is not going to deal with a dude that is perceived to be beneath her in terms of status and all that kind of stuff. But men will deal, you know what I'm saying?
They'll date the
I got a couple things.
She got fat ass.
I can't.
I got a couple things.
Fat ass.
I got a couple things. So, what about that? When you think about that, the reasons why women cheat, right? They're looking to transition, right? They're like, all right, well, I'm getting out of this, so I found somebody. Okay, cool, we gonna rock, and then you leave. But that was game. He was fucking with you, but at the end of the day, when you make your transition, you make your move. He wasn't with you, her, and her. And what you thought was going to happen in that transition didn't happen. Mm-hmm. And now you hit rock bottom, right? Likewise, the point that women will date, women have access, so to speak, to date, and I guess their preferences will be people who are of a higher, so to speak, status, whereas men, they can't reach that. So, I work in education.
Oh my God.
And so teachers, principals, all that, they messing with hall monitors. They messing with...
Well, that's the workforce. So
everybody is... I thought hall monitors was the kids.
Oh, the kids?
No, we ain't talking about like safety.
Oh, no.
No, but my point is,
They talking with the kids.
but what happens is when you talk about that leverage, think about it from this perspective. The woman who is having all of those emotional issues that causes them to cheat, then you show up at work and you get your break and you don't have no class and the hall monitor at your door like, hey, Miss Such and Such, you looking nice today. Every day. You're like, oh, hey, look, I got extra lunch. I'm brought you some lunch. This hall monitor.
That sounds like a work husband.
While you walking in, let me carry your bag. Nah, what's going to happen is on one of them breaks, that door going to be closed and Cake's going to be getting clapped.
Oh, damn. On the job?
Well,
women are notorious for that. Like, COs, like they risk their fucking livelihood for dick. Like, men ain't never doing
that. What's the dude that from the jail that made babies with all the COs?
Right. Yeah. Like, that's crazy to me.
That is in my opinion, some damaged bitch mentality.
I mean, we all got damage to it.
But you gotta understand this. I really ain't gonna particularly say, because we taking the props from the man. Like, you gotta be a bad motherfucker to be behind bars and you get some pussy. I'm sorry. It's like you.
No, you don't.
If them same women that's
I
out
think
here,
you gotta run game.
Well,
No, you
it's
don't.
the same way.
No, you
so
don't.
hold on.
It just depends on the woman you come across.
It's the woman,
Right.
But it's the combination, right? So there are two different mental illnesses that attract each other. The antisocial personality disorder, right? That's usually the criminal, right? The person that's, and then the dependent personality. So that dependent personality is everything that was described in that woman that cheats on steroids. Insecurity, all that stuff. And so in jail, you're a CO that has probably undiagnosed dependent personality, and you're insecure and all that.
Getting all that attention.
And you show up with your CO uniform on, with your belt tight, and your case big. And this dude in the jail is like, he need his commissary, and he a big time dude on the streets, and he locked up, and he got game, and he telling you this, he telling you that. The insecurity, right? And so somebody the same way again. I just mentioned, and I think it happens in probably in every arena, in every arena where there's a hierarchy in terms of work. The workforce is crazy.
but that's where everybody, right? That's
you're with these people every day,
right?
You know what I mean?
So he gets more time and ample opportunity to pursue and chase.
That's why you ain't never going back in that moment.
I'm not. But it ain't got shit to do with that. But I'm not. But I think it's bigger than that too, because we say that it's because of the man or because of her insecurities or whatever. But what if she chasing? Because a lot of women I know who are so quote unquote professional, they can't handle a professional nigga. They can't even handle a man on their level, because a man on their level requires a woman to be a certain way. Mm-hmm. So she seeks less than to make herself feel good and to control the fucking situation. So again, my friends, women and men are not on the same plane.
That sounds like a narcissistic female. That's what
I mean, but that shit is fucking
that's essentially you can. Yeah, but that was again that was one of the characteristics, the psychological issues. Narcissism.
But then she going to look for the weak man. You see what I'm saying? See, it's like you can't have it every way you want, because
so when she got a weak man, guess what she gonna do? She gonna cheat on him.
But she can even control the narrative.
Or it goes back to that 80-20 rule. Again, me as a woman, I'm emotional. I think with my feelings, right? So I'm at work. I'm lacking this at home. When I go to work and deal with this at work, I might want somebody that I feel like I can be myself with. Somebody that's funny. Let's just use that as an example.
Yo, she said you ain't funny.
My baby funny, okay? That nigga funny. But anyway.
You gotta clean it up. Go ahead.
So I say that to say, like, that's just an example, right? Or let's say even a person that's confident or has swag. So when I'm at work or whatever the case may be, and I'm lacking that at home, but that's something that I really want in my man, I'm attracted to this person because they're giving me what I don't have at home. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that piques the interest for me to say, oh, well, maybe this or maybe that. But me, in reality, if I got all of what I'm looking for, you ain't ready to do shit. If I like to laugh and then my nigga funny, if I like this and he meeting all that, I'm going to be a harder try.
But the problem with
that
that
is... You better not be on these
is...
streets laughing at other niggas' jokes.
I can't. But the problem I have with that statement is that you ain't ever going to have it at 100%. There's always going to be something that somebody that you're with and you dedicated your life to, unless they're fucking perfect, and I haven't met a person that way, that you're not going... Oh, except for me. That you... fuck. That you are always going to maybe missing something or want something as we're evolving, as your relationship, your partner may be going through something, may have dropped the ball as we, do this thing called fucking life. So I don't believe, my shit, that those are things that quantify fucking cheating. Because your partner may be missing those things, and when a nigga or a bitch come to you and give you those things, motherfucker, so what? So the fuck what? Because that's what you chose and that's where you are. And if you want those things, and if there is something that's in your partner that you no longer want or ain't fulfilling something, have a conversation and fucking leave.
So this is the thing.
I mean, what the fuck?
So this is the thing with that. Everybody has their own personal list as far as what matters to them. So you're right. Nobody's going to give you 100%.
Right.
That's on the way.
Okay? But my thing is, say my list top is looks, confidence, or whatever.
Then
so
you
it might
would have never married the nigga then. You'd have never married the nigga.
There we go.
So we wouldn't even be in this because if I'm looking at you ugly, so like, nope, that's done.
So I'm saying that to say it could be that I faltered at one of my top tier things that's important to me, which is why when a nigga walking around to work, I'm attracted because I
let it go. You drop.
Correct. Right. You know what I mean?
She like Pookie at the motherfucking
crack
house.
And to me, that right there is the fucking problem.
And so that's a whole nother episode. If I don't got it on the wheel, it'll be on there in a minute. But when we look at that list, right? When we compromise our expectations,
correct.
We're susceptible. That ain't on here, but that we're susceptible to cheat because you're going in accepting and taking something. Right. You're going in with a void off the break. You going in with a void.
It's like you got a bag of cold ass fries and the nigga pop up with some hot ass fries. You gonna keep eating the cold fries, or you gonna get with that?
Or that's almost like when it comes to a settle. I'm going to be with this man or marry this man because guess what? He can financially provide for me. That might be
with somebody.
or that. But then when I get around that nigga that's just like, hey, the personality is what I want, this and that. It might be hard for you to turn down. Correct, because to be honest,
on that
I wanted this, but I wanted this other shit too. And I might not have realized when I wanted this, or I said, okay, I'm going to settle, I'm going to accept this, that this meant that much more to me. You know what I mean? Why you got people that's millionaires and their wives cheating and leaving them. Because guess what? They might have wanted the money, but then the nigga ain't always there, and they spending time with somebody that can give them the time.
And they
that
can
they miss.
get the money
You know what I mean?
it
Like same similar type of situation. Correct.
Right. So let's talk about.
So that's being honest. I mean, dishonest with yourself in all parties. So you came in.
Yes.
So again, you already came in with a cheating mentality because you're lying to your fucking self. And if you lie to yourself, you'll definitely lie to your partner.
Yeah. Which means
anybody else for grabs. I'm lying to everybody. I'm lying to everybody.
And they ain't white. And they ain't white lines either.
And they ain't fucking white lines.
Yeah, because I mean, that means your foundation just shaky from the jump.
Right.
And people don't realize, like, we laugh about it, fun and games, but when you decide to have intimacy with somebody, it's like the movie The Butterfly Effect. It's like, I can change somebody, I can do this, and you don't realize how serious your life will transcend in another direction based upon the decision that you made in the moment. So sometimes you gotta understand, like, we don't always want to like the taste of the medicine, but the medicine sometimes is good for you rather than going with the poison. A lot of people don't understand that when they taking poison at the time. You know what I mean? It tastes good in the beginning until the next morning you got the fucking hangover.
Right. So some secondary reasons. This is funny right here to me. They got 4 reasons on here. The internet, opportunity, that's cut and dry, poor boundaries, and pornography. Those are the 4 secondary reasons why people cheat.
But I definitely think the internet can change the game. Because that's another thing that
you see everything.
Now, I just sat back and thought about it one day, and I was like, damn, like, it's men that got access to my woman that would never have access to her based upon this act. Other than that, you had to see on the streets. You had to by chance come around. Now, all you gotta do is just pick the phone up and you can see what somebody's doing and everything on the record, and they can just DM, they can FaceTime you, so it's like you got access to somebody that you know, which I'm saying, Dougie, piggyback on the butterfly effect, it's like you're giving somebody access that probably universally wasn't supposed to have access to you, but through technology, now this person can lead you astray because they wasn't technically supposed to generally be.
They wouldn't have never even been in your company.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's why this shit probably about to go back to private.
I can't. I fucking cannot.
The page is open. It's open.
But we can add that other thing to that internet shit, the boundaries. If you have clear boundaries, I don't think any of those things. I don't think anything can force you to do anything. I believe cheating is a buildup. I believe there are multiple parts of cheating that you can shut the fuck down before it get there. Cheating is as simple as letting a nigga know that you need somebody to carry their bags. No, boo, my husband does that. Like, it's just, you shut that shit down with every interaction before it even reaches that. Motherfuckers know when they have a chance.
I mean, but it's energy. And
Exactly.
I think sometimes certain energy is hard for people to resist. It's like curiosity kills the cat.
Yeah, wow.
So it's like, okay, I'm receptive to this energy. And don't get me wrong, I respect that. If you get around somebody and you receptive to their energy, it's for a reason. You see what I'm saying? So
And it ain't always a positive reason.
no, it's not a positive reason. It could be on that other end. Like that energy could say, okay, she go fuck with him, and now my life go to a spin because I found out about it. But then a better woman around the corner, or whatever the situation may be. You know what I'm saying? It's the
But
butterfly
that goes
effect.
back to that settle that I mentioned earlier, as far as even energy or what you know that you like. Like, just go for that. I know I want this. I know I want that. So guess what? So the little devil can come through with the red tight dress and the heels, and because I'm already getting this at home, it don't matter what I think she can do. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not lacking. I'm not missing that.
I have what I want.
I have what I want.
That's from a female perspective, but men, we don't think like that.
Oh, so y'all want the devil in the red dress?
No, I ain't saying we want the devil in the red dress. I'm just saying.
Well, I had constructed my husband in my brain before I had met him. So when he came along, it was like, okay, God, I see you. It's checked off. Okay, all right. You built my man somewhere. So there
But
you go.
it's staying grounded in humility for your partner also, because your relationship can be just like getting your dream car. You get that dream car, and then after 6 months, it ain't your dream car no more. It's just a car.
You had buyer's remorse.
Right. So I'm saying, not that, get wrong, you like nice things, so you get in
you
it.
pull on the lot, you see another car like
Right.
that.
Or even in that, right. Real talk. I mean, but it's still staying grounded in humility, because every day that you go outside, you got to remember that one day you prayed for that car that you riding in every day.
You got the car you want.
Right, and that's grounded in humility. But
Take it to the car wash, vacuum that
Right, but that also teaches not just grounded in humility, grounded in fucking realism. That there's always, like, again, you want somebody to look nice, but there's gonna be another look. It's not to say that you're never gonna see somebody like, oh damn, that girl look nice or that guy look nice.
oh yeah, we
It's
don't play them
not
games
saying
no
that
more.
shit.
Right.
It's just saying that I am comfortable and confident what I have, because no matter what you obtain, there can always be something that seems greater.
So I'm gonna throw something out. Something that you used to say, babe. We
Positive or negative?
not either. I don't think it's either.
Oh.
But just like when we look at like politics and stuff, we might be looking at the news and they say the sheriff lost his job because they found out he was cheating on his wife, or the politician, this because he was cheating on his wife. And she used to be like,
Why the fuck does that matter?
why does that matter? That's his
Who
job.
gives a fuck? That's
his
his
personal
family.
life. Why does it matter?
Perception.
But
I just like.
tell me your perspective. Let us hear it.
Lately, it's been like, if you fucking build a life with somebody in your most intimate space, and you can cheat on your wife and destroy your family, why
should I
the
trust
fuck
you?
do you care about this country?
There we go.
Why the fuck
You
do you
saying it's
care about
character.
this region?
Yes.
So I can understand now why it is looked so negatively when a politician cheats or does something wrong, because it's about integrity. It
But
all
it still
fucking
boils down
goes.
to a female mindset, though, because just because
Well,
a man...
men made the politics, nigga.
No, I'm just saying just because a man...
Oh, because they started that shit.
That's
so
like-
it ain't a female's perspective.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Oh, all
he
right.
basically saying that a blowjob equates to me not giving a fuck about the world. You get what I'm saying? It's like, all right, if he got a freaky side, he explores his freaky side, and then when he at work, he do what the fuck he got to
He
do.
might
You know what I'm
explore his
saying?
freaky side with them books too.
Well,
Cook them
the
books.
thing is,
Or
I'm
them
not,
kids.
I'm not saying that it necessarily means that you won't be great at your job and you won't take your job seriously. But what it does is it creates that shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, I know that shit's in you. Like, you're not walking, which is why they say most people don't get voted in office if they're not married, if you don't have
Right,
a
they
family.
won't.
They don't
Right.
They don't want nobody like that. They don't want a single person.
They
don't
trust
want
a family man.
Right. What it should be.
But I mean,
now
but
motherfuckers just married to just say
Right,
they
because
get
I was
in
saying,
office,
because now
so.
it evolves to a man standing beside a woman he can't stand, but I got to
Right.
stick with it because of the image of what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Right.
And then they cheat.
And then they get kicked
They
out.
definitely fucking in the White House.
Biden ain't doing that, boy.
No.
Scandal. You right. He's fucking old.
His wife might be fucking somebody, but
Yeah,
he
y'all underestimating them dick pills. Biden might be fucking.
no, Biden ain't fucking.
So look, we talked about
Biden.
those, the different risk factors and all that kind of stuff, right?
Trump was fucking.
But one word that we've been talking about a lot, even over the last 24 hours. when we talk about the cheat code, right? We talking about cheating. We talking about why people cheat, why men cheat, why women cheat. What are those risk factors? What are those, the characteristics in a relationship and individually? When you think about all that, then something you said when we were talking about the family situation and how people, deal with you, say all those are excuses. At the end of the day, the accountability, when you make a decision to be with somebody, right? It's still a choice. Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you go somewhere and you're working, you're doing whatever you're doing, and then you tell me, or you ain't gonna tell me, but if I fucking find out that you cheating,
I might tell you.
And then you give me this list of fucking reasons of why I fucking caused you to cheat. Yeah, that's not gonna end well. Because at the end of the day, what you said the other week, the ability to have a conversation and be brutally honest if necessary, right? And you also said you got a decision to make before you do that. It's a build-up. Mm-hmm. So if we're living a life together, we seeing each other every single day, and we're not dealing with our stuff, we're doomed anyway. We're setting ourselves up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, why are we're married? We're in a relationship. We're committed to each other. And so that whole concept of the politician or the sheriff or whoever who lost their job because they basically cheated on their wife or whatever the case may be, if that's what it is, you don't trust them to now protect and serve because they're not fucking protecting and serving where they should be, where the foundation is. So at the end of the day, all those reasons, the internet, all that, like for me, here's the thing. I got an issue with loyalty.
I do too.
And so, then again, life has trauma, right?
There we go.
Another
life,
word we need to
that's
so
another.
much.
That's we're gonna have to dive into that. But
loyalty get deep too, though.
Yeah,
it get deep.
Yeah,
like
no
I can
question.
say I've been with my wife almost 20 years, and for me to think like in 20 years you ain't messed with nobody, like no, you ain't got no deep dark secret like that runs back in your head at time to time. You know what I mean? But it just I don't know. It's just like I think it's just the world we live in right now. Like it's almost like fantasy to even think that somebody really will just, you know what I mean? Because marriages don't even and
but that goes back to your loyalty. I can answer that in clear confidence because I'm loyal. Flat out.
You could be loyal, don't mean your pussy.
Me and my pussy loyal, baby. What's up?
No. I can't.
And you know when you, and so for me when you think about it, right? Probably the thing that frustrates me the most is the thought of being betrayed, right? And again, cheating, sex, that's one thing, but it's a buildup. So there are other things that, in my mind, in my relationship, that you feel betrayed, right? And so for me, when I think about the whole idea of like all those risk factors, right? The internet, the workplace, the workforce, whatever those risk factors are that make you be like, that make people decide to stray. I have at an early age, right? I got to a place where I understood rules and consequences, right? Mm-hmm. And I know that certain things, I don't want that to happen to me.
So I'm not gonna do it.
So for me, right? I know real talk. I love my wife, right? And we do some things sometimes. We do some things, right?
I cannot.
And
I knew he was going here.
If I make a decision to do some things, and I say make a decision, I ain't say she do something to push me to do it. If I make a decision, because it's a freaking decision to do that. That's a choice. Mm-hmm. That's accountability, right? Mm-hmm. If I make a decision, I gotta always be in the back of my mind thinking about the things that we do and that I decide to go do with somebody else. How I'm gonna feel if I see somebody else got my wife in the pretzel?
Oh, see, them thoughts I don't even try to come across my mind.
My point being, my point being,
I might get teary up and every motherfucker.
And so my point being,
I cannot. I'm done.
Likewise, we talked about sex being a motivator for men and all that, right? Mm-hmm. If she found out that I was paying a whole another person rent that's betrayal. What if it's somebody I ain't even talked to or touch? It's still betrayal.
You should have fucked her at that point.
Yeah.
It's still
If you
betrayal.
pay her motherfucking rent, you better fuck her.
No, I'm saying that's kind of crazy.
And my sis could have been doing more online
I'm just
shopping
saying.
if you paying for a bitch rent.
Yeah,
What are we
okay.
talking about?
Yeah,
I
you
could have been
better fuck her.
clicking more,
That's kind
okay?
of wild.
Clicking.
You lose your family and you was paying on somebody else's bills and you lose both your like that's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
you
mean,
lose
that was
your
just-
family and not getting fucked, you real dumb. You better fuck that bitch.
Well, that was just an example.
I've heard.
But again, the idea that, you know what I'm saying, like for me, I look at it like this. You treat people how you want to be treated. You want what you get. So at the end of the
right.
day, that shit go both ways. That shit go every way.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So if your conscience if you can look in the mirror and be like, yeah, well, I did me this weekend. I did, you know what I'm saying?
You can do you.
And then you feel okay. You okay? But the reality is, somebody mentioned it. That's going to be one of those, that fragile male ego.
That's right.
You can't take that shit coming back the other
That's
way.
right. Take what come with
I
it.
know I can't.
Or take it when I find out that I said, this is a two-player game. Tag me in. Tag me in.
I know I can't take it. I'm
We
gonna take
both
it.
I will.
I can't take it. Me?
I can't take deep. So, and
I
I'm a
know I
fucking woman
can't
and I
either.
can't take
I might be
know.
weird. My thing is I'm with particulars. Like it depends on who you cheating on me with.
No, I don't give a
Yeah, I
fuck.
don't give a fuck either.
No, if I see that it's deemed like somebody that's like, oh, you could be bringing harm to my way because people understand when you open up them doors of intimacy to somebody, that's like
doors
you got
locked.
another man that know where I live at. He know where I
lay at, too.
You know how
Between the
everything.
legs.
So you really bringing the element of danger to my life. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it to a point like I can't even trust you no more to the point of with my life. And I'm never gonna be with a woman that I can't trust. I ain't even talking about like just infidelity, but actually in what's my best interest.
Yeah.
Because to me it's like women can be however they be, like they liberated, do what they want to do. But to me it's like a stand-up woman to me is, no matter what she do, them dudes that she do it with got a certain level of respect for her. You see what I'm saying? That means a whole lot for me. I don't care about your past and all this. Like who respects you? I just care about the respectability of the situation.
So I agree with that too, to an extent to be like, if you dealing with the cheating, and be like, you cheated on me with this bum bitch. Like,
I don't
listen.
give a fuck.
And my
Every
thing
bitch
is,
is
so
a bum bitch in
listen,
my
no.
opinion.
So my thing is, I might be a little more accepting if this bitch is the fucking executive at Apple. I'm like, damn. Look, and I'm be
You're
honest
going
with
into
you.
competition mode. You just
Yeah, in my mind, like
respectful.
maybe I should have just stepped my shit like a little bit, but the bitch that's catching the 15 that got 5 kids, 4 different baby fathers, like that's what
saying-
she was attracted to.
You saying the low-hanging fruit.
There we go.
Layup.
But
There we go.
I guess for
And my
me,
thing is, I'm
But
gonna be
men like
hurt
that don't
regardless.
understand.
No, but for me,
the hit is
that
a little
shit don't
different.
matter for a man, and this is why I said the playing field ain't the same for a woman versus a man. Because a man is not looking for no woman to level up his life.
No, you're right.
A man is bringing it to the table, and most of the time, the life he's living is the life he wants, regardless of where he is. He's looking for a woman to make him feel like a man and make him feel good. Apple executive might not do that. Baby mother with 5 kids, whatever the fuck she is, because that's her business, might give him that. And that's all he looking for. And as us as a woman, and honestly, if he chose and he realized and he wanted to fuck her and be with her, and if that's something that you say, he would be like, you motherfucking right. Because that's where I'm happy and she makes me feel good. But us as women, we looking for a different. Most of the time, this is just societal. We can look at all the centuries. Usually, woman life is dictated by her man. In every
how it's
fucking
supposed
part
to
of the
go.
world, that is usually
That's how it's
what
supposed to go.
happens. You marry into a family. You take your man's last name. You level up or you become royalty because of your husband or whatever. We get everything from a man, which is why when we're out and we may cheat, it's usually not a downgrade. It's an upgrade because we want to keep our life.
Well, I
we
mean,
know when we leave
'cause-
this nigga,
But see, that's the
anything that I have with, and this is just some people, you know.
no, it's the difference in the mindsets.
Overall.
Because most of the time when a man is cheating, a man
Ain't no upgrade.
A man don't cheat to look for
Say that
another
again, bro.
Ain't
relationship.
no upgrade.
I'm saying, a man don't cheat to look for upgrade or another wife. It's like men cheat just for the act of cheating. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
just, and not even
So let me
just
ask y'all a
that.
question. And this is something that, I got 2 questions actually. One thing that I kind of think about, and I don't know, I've probably heard this before, but like with women, right? So, is it different if you find out your man cheating with a woman versus he just out here cheating with multiple women?
I don't give a fuck.
So with me, yes.
Or what does that mean? Like,
So this is what this means. If it's multiple, then in my mind, there's no mental connection. He's just maybe a whore. He's just like is in the act of just fucking. Maybe he got a sex addiction. I don't know. But if it's one particular,
you gonna go to therapy with him about it?
You said what?
You gonna go to therapy with him about his sex addiction?
No, that's his sex addiction. Addiction. But if it's one woman, like say over a year or 2 year frame, nigga, that's your girlfriend. There's an emotional attachment to me. It means you love or you care for. So who you choosing? I mean, that's a harder choice than just a bitch you met at the club and you just fucked her and that was it. In my mind.
You gotta look at it from the bright side. If you out here fucking this woman and that woman, it's less mileage on your pussy.
To a degree, I can understand that. But I'm gonna just say this: working in gynecology for so fucking long, and all these illnesses and diseases and shit that you can't recover from, I don't give a fuck who you fucked. If it ain't me, you gonna be done. You can fuck a bitch for 2 years, or you can fuck 18 for 5 minutes. I really don't give a fuck to break down. I ain't with it.
I can respect that.
It's gonna be done either way you look at it, for me.
Well, you kind of answered my last
And I ain't
question.
going to motherfucking sex addiction. Because I ain't married no motherfucking nigga who was addicted to sex.
I don't even believe.
Because you should have fucking disclosed that shit at the beginning and then we'd have worked on it. But now, today, nigga, yeah, all right.
Sex addiction to me is like it's excuse.
No, I'm not. I would have just fucking left the nigga.
Like, to me, that's just an excuse for the action.
I ain't working through that.
Like sex addiction. So that's like, baby, go to court. Like, I'm mentally fucked up because I wanted men are programmed to fuck all the time. Like we keep the world going. So it's like, what is addiction to sex?
An excuse.
Right. That's why I look at it. Because other than that, if I look at it like I'm not addicted, there would be just a lack thereof, or something that's not being fulfilled, and you just in search for it, which you might be just looking at it in the form of sexual activity, and it could be something else that's totally different from the sexual activity that is causing the unfulfillment.
So you know what's funny, which I was going to piggyback on this earlier, but I forgot. Here we go, accountability.
That's our fucking favorite
word.
Y'all gonna get us in trouble,
right?
What comes into play, right? Where let's say you're dealing with a sex addict, right? You're communicating. Hey, you're not meeting my needs. I need this. I need that. You know what I mean? And it's not happening. And then in turn, based off a conversation, because I communicated what the issue was, I still go out there and do me. As the person that has to deal with the cheating, do you take accountability and saying, hey, well, my mate then came to me and expressed this, and even though I knew these was the issues, I chose not to meet these issues.
That's
you know
the
what I mean?
way, but most women don't think like that.
You know what I mean? So
that's tough.
Yeah, we did the same thing.
That's tough, man.
That is tough.
because again, the commitment and the accountability, it kind of go both ways. Where
correct.
You want to be transparent and share with your partner what your issues and your concerns are, and you hope that your partner reciprocates that by trying to meet you halfway and figure this shit out. But like anything else, if there's something that you're not doing, even if it's not sex, you want results. You know what I mean? You want at least to know that your person is trying to do what they need to do to make sure you're good, right? So that's a tough spot. That's a real tough spot.
I think that's acceptance, though.
But the reality is, you think that, and this is go back to something you said earlier, being with somebody for 20 years and having this expectation, right? Do you really think one person can fulfill every need that you have for the rest of your life?
Depends. I think in the longevity of things.
At some point, our shit gonna stop working, and then what?
No, I mean, but see, that's why I said in longevity.
I'm not even just talking about sex. I'm talking about the pressure that it is to be with somebody, and that you say you're gonna commit your life, that every need, which sometimes I gotta suppress my own shit, and then meeting your need, I gotta now suppress my own need. Like, just think about the pressure that it is to be in a relationship and what we ask of each other. I think all parties do it, but what we are really fucking asking of each other for the remaining time of your life, which could be a long motherfucking time. Mm-hmm. You are supposed to meet, and you're saying that even if you meet it today, if I fucking evolve, if I change, if something, I get an aha moment, you're supposed to meet that motherfucking need too. That's a little selfish, some selfish shit of all of us. Realistically, we need to be saying that, okay, you commit and you make a choice to be with somebody, you gotta be fucking real realistic. Then ain't nobody gonna meet your motherfucking needs 100% of the time for the rest of your fucking life. So you gotta man up, woman the fuck up, and meet some of your own fucking needs and move the fuck on.
That's right.
Figure out what the fuck is priority and let's keep it moving. Cause that shit is unrealistic and fucking stupid.
Checklist X.
You don't agree?
I don't want no fake booty in Amazon delivery.
Yeah, cause I'm about to get your blood though.
No, I mean, but even when you
Like, put it right in the middle.
The Gulp 3000.
Exactly.
Okay.
I ain't just talking about sex. I'm just talking about everything. The pressure that we really anticipate and we put on our spouse every fucking day for the rest of it, even for shit that we ain't even reached yet.
But see,
that's a lot of motherfucking pressure.
But even in tune with the relationship, you gotta realize that you're still in the process. Yeah. So to me, marriage to me is almost like when I had my kids. And when I first had them, I didn't understand them. They couldn't talk, they whined, but then you understand what cry was for hunger, the cry from them being wet, and you evolve and you get to learn your person. So I think it ain't the necessary that you gotta meet all my needs. It's just that you've been around me to learn me so much that you can just be there for things like, to the point she does things sometimes that she thinks for me before I even think for myself, which to me, that's priceless. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's a connection where you already understand.
Well, and you just made my point though. Because again, y'all reached a level and you understand what she is. There's a level of loyalty and respect there. So you know that she's operating in fidelity, but you ain't necessarily requiring her to meet everything. I'm just saying, like, some people got some real fucked up views on relationships. Because to be with somebody, to say you're going to be with somebody forever, you got to have undoubted.
You gotta be unconditional.
You gotta have so much grace for each other. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to have that playing field. You gotta allow people to move in their space. And it gotta be within what y'all set as
but I mean, it's boundaries. Right.
But I'm just saying, you gotta give people that freedom because nobody wanna feel like they motherfucking in jail either.
No. But see, that's why the communication come in. In the beginning of our relationship, and I don't even think we said in the beginning of our relationship. Once we got married, we set our boundaries. Things that you were not going to deal with in this relationship. You see what I'm saying? And she told me what she wouldn't deal with. I told her what I wouldn't deal with. And that's the boundary that's been respected. Now, if we're going to honor that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That we go through certain circumstances, right. You don't know if they're going to honor or not. But set boundaries are set to the point where it's like, you know damn well, if I cross this line, I'm going to lose them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now it becomes a decision when that circumstance hit me, if I'm going to cross it or not.
I don't know. I became a girlfriend, fiance, and wife in the same fucking year. I don't know when we set no boundaries.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. I got a question, right?
Another gift.
We're gonna wrap that. We're gonna wrap that thing. We're gonna wrap that thing up. We're gonna wrap that thing up with this. All right. And I want all of us to answer this question and give us a why. All right. Leave, cheat back, or work it out.
At this stage where I'm at, is my mindset is I gotta first think about working it out. It's too much at stake right now. My family ain't set no legacies, so I feel like I'm spearheading it. So with my marriage and with my kids, so it's like I'm creating a foundation and a legacy. So it's more important than my personal selfish ways or other things. So like it's
carry that thing just to make sure that your generation is.
Because the kids got something to look up to, and you setting a foundation for them to withstand marriages and all that. Because that's one thing that black people really not in tune with, and that's you got to remove the selfishness out of it to create foundations of legacies for the people that come up behind you, because they're watching.
Work it out for me as well. I say that to say this. There's no long-lasting marriage that hasn't had its trials and tribulations. So in me getting involved in marriage, I had to have in my mind the mindset, am I willing to try to work it out through finances? Am I willing to try to work it out through infidelity, through health, through whatever?
That's deep.
If that makes sense. So with that being said, if this is my person, and I'm a firm believer of do any of those things, if a person put forth that effort and cancels that doubt in your mind, and you love that person, then what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I forgive, or why wouldn't I try to work it out? If they're doing that work, though.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So with that being said,
yeah, well, that's why
I'm always gonna give
the same fucking thing. Fuck you.
So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it the effort, and depending on the process during the effort, it'll depict on where we land. It's just that simple.
There's always new challenges because we ain't made to level wiping each other's asses yet. Who got to wipe whoever ass first? I don't know. You know what I mean? I ain't even went that far yet, but
I love
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It is
that's
what it
real.
is.
I don't want to answer. I plead the fifth.
You don't get to do that.
It's like I'm leaving. And today, like how my mind is set up right now, I'm fucking leaving.
And so for me, I talked about that the idea of betrayal. So and kind of in line with what you said about some of those things. Today, I'm leaving too. And so because
That's why y'all married.
Right, okay.
I
Look, I was nervous. I'm like, if this nigga make me look bad.
and so for me though, right? What I feel, I go to what you said. If you got issues, if you can't come to the table, and see, one of the things about us, we talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean everything. So much so that she said she gonna give me a blow up dog. One day she told me, yo, go fuck somebody else. Cause I want it and I need, like, I ain't trying to hear none of that.
And if he would have fucked somebody else, I would have left him.
But you gonna give him up. So you set him up with a hall pass.
That sound like a setup. Right, but it's all right.
You walking down the hall with a pass that's got scribble scrabble on it. You think you legit.
And
like,
you gonna get in trouble.
No, that pass is fucking dated last year, nigga. Right. You fucking going down.
So my point is, like, loyalty, betrayal, that's a tough thing. And for me, again, y'all know, I done been through a lot of shit. And she done been through a lot of shit with me. Mm-hmm. I have no doubt that that's nothing that we gonna have to deal with. But for me, I get anything for me that seems like betrayal, it ain't gotta be cheating. You said it. I'm even killed, all that, but that shit sends me
turned off,
uproar. Mm-hmm. Like I can't deal
Lil
with
Wayne style?
Because I know for me, I'm loyal, I'm rocking, right? And I'm giving unconditional. I'm giving everything I got, right? And I expect that. Give what I give, like we said.
Give what I give. Yeah,
and so if we can't navigate this shit to the point where one of us gotta go do something else, yeah, why are we doing this? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's my because I think you said if you can work it out afterwards. I'm a person that I think a lot of my frustrations in life in general comes because I try to be proactive about stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and I get angry as hell when I'm like coming to the table like, hey, look, boom, trying to do stuff on the front end, and I'm like, and something go wrong, I'm like, I fucking told you, if we'd have did it this, I tried to prevent it, and it ain't happening. And again, that's a flaw to a degree.
That's being a man.
But that's a flaw to a degree because you can't prepare for everything and you can't fix everything. You know what I mean? So for me, I understand that. But at the same time, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be hard for me to have my wife in the pretzel and be thinking about somebody else having her in the pretzel last week. Now, granted, I know she done been with somebody before me, right?
That was before.
But once you with me, you go with somebody else, that shit tainted now. I'm done.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, but it's the mindset of males. It's like our wives is put up on a pedestal. So the moment that you show me that you're not on that pedestal no more, what makes you any different than any chick out here now?
And that's when you lose respect. And it makes it hard.
But I don't think that's just a man thing because I just said the same thing. I'm leaving too. Because I guess that's why we together because I'm saying the same thing. I'm going so fucking hard and I'm doing shit that I don't want to do and I'm making sacrifices that ain't always easy. So nigga, if you fuck somebody, you with that bitch. Because I'm done.
Yeah, but see, sometimes you gotta think it's still like go back to that butterfly effect. When you hit that reset button, you might just open the door like that might have been a one-time situation.
That's what he.
You know what I'm saying? That might have been a one-time situation that you go through, but because you hit that reset button, you might have set yourself up to go through this shit 5 or 6 more times.
All right. And I'm gonna leave that shit 5 or 6 motherfucking times. I'm gonna
I think that's another thing too. I ain't scared to start over.
Yeah, me either. I'm not afraid to be. I've never been afraid to be without. Like, I don't give a fuck what I got, because I just feel like my loyalty and love means so much, and I give so much, and I love so hard. Mm-hmm. You can't fuck that, because how do you ever look at this person and say, and yes, I do agree that you can work through shit, and there is times, and I honor and respect people who have been through it and can come out on the other side flawlessly. That shit is a skill, and that shit takes some real strength. Don't get me wrong. That is some real strength right there. I ain't got it. I got the fucking gut.
No, I mean, yeah.
I got the fragile woman ego. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Nigga, you done fuck this bitch? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I can respect that. Like,
I don't need like no bitch calling my nigga like no bitch.
I'm just with I can
Or
reset.
fixing him no plate.
Oh, what? Or feeding the period. Bitch, no. We eat my food.
Like, I can hit that reset button on a lot of things, but I don't want to go through learning somebody else all over again. I don't want to go through that shit. Like, I've been through, like, we done, like, I can imagine,
but guess what? I don't want to do that either. But I want you to not want to do that either.
Right.
And I want us to be both
be
committed enough that no matter what we're going to do, we're going to stick this shit and tough this shit out and fight them urges or whatever. And like he said, let's talk about the shit on the front end.
Right.
Let's be real. Because again, cheating is a fucking process. That shit ain't just you fall in the pussy or you fall on the dick. No, that shit is a lot of motherfucking steps that lead up to that shit that you can X at any motherfucking moment.
That's definitely true.
Let's put a little bit in.
I can't.
So
I cannot.
look, y'all. I think we got another one.
That's right.
So we're going to wrap this thing up, man. We got something else. We're going to spin the wheel when we're done and see what the next topic is. But it's great. It's ride. We in it. We in it to win it. We ain't going nowhere. We're going to keep rolling. Episode 6 in the books, y'all. Date Night with Coach.
That's right.
The podcast.
We need
like
y'all to
and subscribe.
Comment, subscribe. Our subscribing is going up, but our views is not matching the subscription. So we need a little help. Just hit the button for it, bro.